women managers are harsh, women CEOs are harsh, women, directors are harsh. What brings that about? Is it true?
Well, it's relative. Let me use the word relative. And I want to set myself to the glory of God before I got a recommendation for the acting day, Student Affairs, Osho State University. You know, we have 6 colleges. I was an HOD for two years. And to the glory of God, I did accreditation. And you know, in the university, if you are an HOD and you get it in accreditation, there is no other responsibility that cannot be given to you in the university. It was tough. In fact, I met one of my colleagues in class. You know, we went to that college on visitation with our council members. And the man was introducing me to the students. He said, this is Mama. When she was HOD, our neck was like this. It boils back to our nature. Because, you know, the society feels we are weak, that we may not be able to deliver.
And the expectation will be high.
And so once we get there, we want to deliver. We want to be outstanding in whatever responsibility that is committed to us.
Thank you so much, Dr. Juliana Kindelewe. In fact, I'm enjoying you. Now, let's look at women being maltreated. You know, a lot of women out there will not even voice out when the maltreatment starts, when the violence, domestic violence starts. You know, maybe it is fear that people will make jest of her or whatever, and they will still stick their neck into the abuse and say, some
family will not support her leaving the husband or something.
And some will even call their parents and say, no, for it, don't
come and shame us.
Stay there. As a woman, when you hear such, it's a two-way question. How do you feel? And as a woman who sees her fellow woman being abused
in such situation,
what will you do?
Oh, thank you very much, presenter. You know, my current platform in the university, I meet with parents. You know, once we find some students wanting, we'll have to get in touch with the parents, and when some of them come to me and, you know, they confide in you what they go through, you will really feel pity for women in the society. Well, you know, marriage is luck. It's luck. No matter how, no matter the friendship you may have with the person, there's something that is very common with human beings, and that's change. Anybody can change at any time.
Exactly.
So when you find yourself in a very tight corner, because apart from the fact that I have a platform as Student Affairs, I'm a counselor in my church, I'm a Christian. What I do is that you are the one that is there. You know, even ministers of God now, they are beginning to have a change of a mind and their attitude on the way they handle problematic marriages, especially from the aftermath of what happened to one musician. There's this lady, Osinachi. You know, until that woman died, you know, lots of revelations started coming out. And I said, when I heard that, I said, the devil targeted the glory of that woman. But she was naive to speak out. Or to, you know, once maybe the man has problem at that moment and is the one that devil that entered, there can be a space. You understand? A space of some months, depending on when the healing comes or when the sense comes back to the man. Once there is a break, you know, both of them can enjoy the children. Many women have died from bad problems in the home because, you know, stress is not something that is very, especially emotional ones. You know, back in those days that you say, my parents, what would my mother say? What would my this? Even I was talking to one of my ward and I said, there are lots of single mothers now. He said, Mommy, it depends on the way you carry yourself. You understand? It depends on the way you carry yourself. Some people feel, maybe if I leave, you know, the societal stigma, who is interested in all that now? Once you carry yourself well, you don't begin to mess yourself around. It's okay. After some time, God can bring both parties back. Then, you know, they must have learned some lessons. and they will enjoy the children too. But for you to just stay when it is hard, it can bring death. So I do say, you know, no pastor, no minister of God will tell any woman, leave your husband's house. It's against the rule and the word of God. But you are the one that is there.
You know that
You understand? Yes, so you know the pain you're going through. If you think you can cope, we know the way our physiological makeup differs. The way some people can cope with stress in situations, in home issues, differs. Some people cannot cope. Ordinarily, a battle like this, some ladies will die. You understand? So once you know you cannot cope with the problem, and women should speak up. No matter how bad, you know, you only need to watch the person you can confide in. Even in the church of God, it is not all ministers that are blessed, you know, to counsel people. Some ministers will counsel some women and they will cause more crisis in the home. It's a kind of gift. You just watch. Can I confide in this person? When you now confide, you now go into prayer. If God says, oh, you will be fine at the end of the day, fine. But if God says for some time, please let the two parties. Somebody was saying something in one of these commercial buses. He said, what is the problem? It was when we get to this world that we are fusing into each other. God did not create us together now. We came separately. So it was when we came here that we fell in love. So when the love is now somehow, there can be a little space. You understand? And you will put even if you don't come back again, your children will do well.
Party A will be alive.
Party B will be alive. And the children will do well too. So that's just my submission on that.
Thank you very much. Now that we are celebrating women all around the world, come Wednesday, it's our day. It's our day, and the world will know that the shakers and movers of the society are women. But at the end of the day, you discover that we, just like they call us, weaker vessels. Most of the time, we tend to bring that weakness out of us in some areas. Because looking at culture, let's come back to Nigeria. Culture-wise, we don't have it. Most women have failed when it comes to culture. And that boils down to the way our children are misbehaving in the society. As a mother, as a woman, what will you tell our parents? Ashawati wole, pata pata. And it boils down on the mothers, women. How do we go about it? Bringing back those cultures.
Thank you very much, presenter. This is huge. It's a huge problem, even for us in the university. When you see the attitude students put forward, you look at them, because we represent our homes, and you now call them. Where is mommy? Hey, mommy. I think as women, it's good to have money, but we should not over pursue it. Modesty matters. Our home, our children, modern day women, career women, we want money. We are here and there. Me? I have a patterned lifestyle because academic is also very tedious. If I'm not in my place of work, I'm in church. I go to parties, but occasionally, you know, very close ones. You know, so women should find time to take care of their children and instill values into them. My sister, money cannot instill values into children. Many women now spoil their children with money. When I was HOD in my department, some students, you know, we'll call them together. Maybe after some sessions, they will not be able to cope. You know, they are out, either probation or expulsion. They cannot cope academically. When you now counsel them, you observe that these are the children, you know, that they give so much money. The parents say,
have everything.
Yes, the parents say, I don't want him to suffer. They will now rent flat for the child. For the child. Then the child, they will buy generator, everything. That one will not be living couples life. He won't come for classes. That was not the way our parents were us. It's good for us to make our children comfortable, but not over comfortable. You understand? They should feel life. They should feel life. Life is not bread and butter, and yet it is meant to be lived.
Life is not bread and butter.
Yes,
and
because it's full of up and downs. They should let them know what life is. At times I tell my woman, we should let them know this reality. Everything is not about money. And then our language is also very important. Don't speak Yoruba in the house. They will not have sense. Because our native language is full of understanding, wisdom, and lot of senses. But English, it's good to speak English. If you don't know your L1, you will not be able to do L2 very well. You won't be able to speak it well. You won't be able to write it well. And in English, go and see what they write. They use these slangy forms often, that is not allowed in the writing. So that's just it. Language is very important. Teach them respect. Many of these children now, if you finish teaching them in class, my sister, they want to push the lecturer out of
the class.
In our own days, it was not like that. You could stay like this.
When your lecturer leaves, that's when you will now leave.
That's
when your lecturer is coming, they will not wait till they will still want to pass side by side the lecturer.
Even if our mothers then say they will report us to our teachers, how will we feel then?
That's just it.
But now,
if the mother has not done, mother is fighting the lecturer, they're fighting the
that's
lecturer.
just it. They come.
Oh my goodness. We have just 4 minutes. Okay, to round it up, how can women help each other in society? How can we bring ourselves up?
Yeah, thank you very much. Like I said, we should love one another. And when there are opportunities, we should pull one another. Like in academics, it's about mentoring. You understand? So, for instance, I have 2 women who mentored me in the academia. My professor, Professor Adenike Akinjobi, she's a woman, University of Ibadan. Then when I came to Osho State University again, I met another woman, Professor Temitope Balogun. So the 2 of them, they mentored me. And so, it's just like a string. It's going like that. I think but we too should be ready to be mentored.
Okay.
So it's a 2-way thing.
All right. Wow.
That's Abike Dabiri there for
She's
you.
a
That's
woman.
one of our women we celebrate today. Abike Dabiri, lots of them who are doing wonderfully in their choosing profession and choosing career as another one there for you. We have them in quantum. Just that we don't have the time
to talk about them.
We have them in Osun. Starting from Osun, we've had deputy governors.
Vice Chancellors. Mama Titi Konle. We have vice chancellors.
We have bank managers. We have politicians here.
Mama Alakija.
So you can make it. If all these women are making it, you can make it. So let's they will come and
we want to appreciate you, Dr. Juliana Akindele, Senior Lecturer, Department of English and Literature, Literary Studies, Osun State University, and she's equally the Acting Dean, Student Affairs, Uni Osun. We want to appreciate you very much for coming on the show. We know that now that we have made use of you, you'll be coming again and again and again. She's a inducted she. Yes, let's say BYEs. We want to thank you so very much for being there for us at all times. My name is Virgin Superwoman Virgin Titi Lope Ajiboye. I want to say happy celebration to all of us women. Congratulations to us.
And from my end, my name is Eluasi Ojemi. Thanks for staying with us. And next week, God willing, one will be coming over with another guest on the show. Do have a pleasant week.
Anywhere I go, mo láti padà sílé mi. 'Cause mama mi wọ́n wà nílé mi. I no want me person tell me say I too lazy. Olúwa bọ̀nà ọ̀flẹ̀lẹ̀ ni. As I dey hustle, I dey bayo ogun lazy. No go talk say me I too lazy. Anywhere I go, mo láti padà sílé mi. 'Cause mama